spicy, mouth-numbing, and full of umami. Those are Congqing Xiao Mian. I hope I pronounced that right. Also known as small noodles from the Congqing region in China. The name small noodles doesn't come from like the portion size or the size of the noodles itself. It originates from its simplicity because you only need a handful of ingredients and it's prepped super quickly. So let's get started. Let's get started by prepping the soup base. First, we're going to prepare the Chinese Trinity. If you don't know how to prepare the Chinese Trinity, then simply slice some scallion stalks, separating the green from the white parts. Additionally, finely mince some garlic, as well as some ginger. If you don't like the raw taste of ginger or garlic, you can saute it in some oil first. Very important to this dish is some Sichuan peppercorns that will give you that numbiness on your tongue. If you have ground peppercorns, that's perfect. If not, I recommend to toast your peppercorns first and then grind them up. To create the delicious flavor base for our noodle dish, we're going to add the white parts of the scallion to a bowl, as well as the garlic and the ginger. Add soy sauce, black Chinese vinegar. Now, most importantly, some chili oil, high quality chili oil. I have some self-made stuff, but you can also just use some store-bought one. Our ground Sichuan peppercorns. Since we have a lot of strong, bold and sharp flavors in our dish, we're going to add some sugar to balance the sauce. Now just give it a mix. Okay, now let's talk about the toppings. Obviously, we're going to use the green parts of the scallion, which we sliced earlier, but also very important, if you can find it at your local Asian supermarket. I really recommend to use some preserved mustard vegetable. They will bring tanginess and the preserved flavor, which will give it a nice little twist and some difference in the dish. Traditionally, often there is some ground beef involved or ground pork involved. Obviously, we're not going to include that. If you have some vegan mince on hand, you can fry that up with some soy sauce and some doubanjiang. But traditionally, there is a variation which includes some yellow peas, which are very similar to chickpeas. So we're simply going to add that as well. To a boiling pot, add and cook your favorite noodles. I use some alkaline noodles, but feel free to use any you have on hand. Also, blanch some pak choy at the same time. When the noodles are done cooking, it's time to assemble. That means add your noodles, add the pak choy, the toppings we just prepared, so the mustard stems, some chickpeas, and finally the green parts of the scallion. Now, if you want it to be on the drier side, you can keep it as it is, but if you want it to have like a soup, add some hot water and some vegetable bouillon. Now let's dig in. It's very important to just mix everything up. I get the popularity. It's so quick, yet so delicious. The broth is so powerful, and the mustard stems and the Sichuan peppercorns really bring a nice contrast to the dish.